At present, the human society has got a certain psycho-intellectual structure, tendencies, motivations, inspirations and the like. The moment I go away, you will find it will bring about a paradigm shift, a sea change. All the tendencies will become different. Fissiparous tendencies will start overtaking and overruling the minds of the people. Destructional notes will be rampant everywhere. It is not going to be coexistence, it is going to be co-destruction. Yarhyevayam maya tyakto logoyam nashtamangalaha bhavishyatyajirat sadho kalina viniragradaha. Kali is waiting to step in and take over. The moment I go, she gets her opportunity. Yarhyeva maya tyaktaha ayam lokaha nashtamangalaha ajirat sadho kalina viniragradaha bhavishyati. Ajirat niragradaha kalina api. I think it will happen in a matter of days or weeks after I go. The whole world will become Kali-ridden, Kali-ridden. The Kali Yuga will start. Navastavyam tvayaiveha mayatyakte mahidale jano adharmaruchir bhadra bhavishyati kalau yuge. Navastavyam tvayaiveha mayatyakte mahidale. My dear viewers, are you understanding what I am saying? Listen to it very carefully. Uddhava said, take me along with you wherever you go. I won't be able to stay here. Krishna says, you cannot stay. It is not worth staying. The stay is only as long as I am here. You should leave before I leave. You cannot wait for my leaving. No, not at all. Navastavyam tvayaiveha mayatyakte mahidale. When the mahidala, the earth, is left by me, abandoned by me, navastavyam tvayaiveha, this place is not good at all, favorable for you to stay. So you should not stay here even for a moment. This is not your request. It is my caution, my assessment. Jano adharmaruchir bhadra, you are a very auspicious person, a virtuous person, a devotional and pious person. But Jano adharmaruchihi, the moment I leave, the entire humanity is going to be unrighteous, wicked, ruled by wrong and fissiparous destructive emotions. Bhavishyati kalau yuge. Kali Yuga is noted for this. In Kali Yuga, destruction and destruction alone will be there. Therefore, this place will not be good for you to stay anymore. Navastavyam tvayaiveha mayatyakte mahidale jano adharmaruchir bhadra bhavishyati kalau yuge. Now Krishna says, therefore, after having set forth all these facts, the impending developments and events, Krishna says, Tvam tu sarvam parityajya sneham swajana bandhushu maya aveshya manas samyag samadrit vijarasvagam. I think all of you should listen to this verse with thousands and thousands of ears. Ears, E-A-R-S. Tvam tu sarvam parityajya sneham swajana bandhushu. What you should do, your sneha, your love, your fondness, your fascination, closeness, attachment, clinging, all that you have for swajana bandhushu, maybe your relatives, friends. You have a large friend circle. You have also a number of blood and matrimonial relations. Now the sneha that you have for all these people, sarvam parityajya, sarvam parityajya, abandoning all of it, relinquishing all of it. You have been fostering this, delighting in this, rejoicing in this, all these decades, well and good. Now the time has come, as you fostered these, the time has come for you to forsake these. Both you should equally be able to do, and the mind has got the capacity to do so. Tvam tu sarvam parityajya sneham swajana bandhushu maya aveshya manas samyag samadrug vijarasvagam. And what should you do? As long as you remain here, a portion of your mind, a percentage of your mind will be glued to your blood, matrimonial and friends and other relations. When you leave everything, you will find Maya Aveshya Manasamyag. Let your mind be completely devoted to me. Let it be totally fused into me. My thought alone should dance and sing in your mind. There should be no place for anything at all. Samyag, in a very strong, full, beautiful manner. Samadrik Vicharasvagam. Maya Aveshya Manasamyag. Let your mind be with a lot of inspiration, fascination, instigation, compulsion, persuasion. Be devoted to me, fused into me. Samadrik. And with an equal vision. See me everywhere. See me everywhere. Krishna alone should be there in your mind and in your sight also. Vicharasvagam. So far you remained in Dwaraka. Once I sent you to Vrindavan. Otherwise you are in Mathura along with me. Now what I have to tell you is Samadrik Vicharasvagam. Get away from your house. So far the house tied you. You were also tied to the house. The time has come to break this household ties and get away from the house. Keeping me in your heart, seeing me everywhere. Wander, meander, ramble in this world. Samadrik Vicharasvagam. Tvam tu sarvam parityajya sneham swajana bandhushu maya aveshya manasamyag samadrik Vicharasvagam. My dear listeners, viewers, this is the message for every one of you. You may live in any splendid manner that you like and you can. But the last part of your life is one of living. And while doing so, do not have a drop of tear. Do not have the least tension, agitation, crisis, or any pang of separation at all. Before the final end comes, be prepared already in your mind to court it, welcome it, woo it, and be enriched and fulfilled by it. Maya Aveshya Manasamyak Samadrik Vicharasvagam. God is the refuge for us. He is the most beloved for us. All the other things are as His reflections, as His part and parcel. Never think that there is any relationship beyond what we have with God. God is the first, the foremost, the last, the ultimate, and therefore the in-between also. This verse I think you should write in your house. Tvam tu sarvam parityajya sneham swajana bandhushu maya aveshya manasamyak samadrik vicharasvagam. What do you understand from this? This is a verse which requires a lot of introspection. How can this be done? How can this be done by a human being? Yes, it can be done, it has to be done, it will be done, it is being done. Don't think that our mind has got only attachment. The same mind is capable of breeding and generating any extent of disattachment also. We are human beings. We have the power of speech, the power of thinking, the power of intellection. Any quality that we want, we can instill into our system. And our system will absorb it, possess it, and radiate it. Spiritual literature should become an important part of your reading. Spiritual introspection should become a regular habit in your life. Don't think that the scriptures are for the old agers. Certainly not. They are for the youngsters. The Upanishads sing, Atmana vindade viryam vidyaya vindade mridam. Only from the self you will have courage. Money cannot give you courage. You may have a lot of money in your bank. Will you please write out a check for courage, heroism, valor, and stability? Give me a check for that. Can you? The mind has got its own resources. These are the resources which we really look for. With external money and prosperity, it is your mind that feels security, safety, and a little joy. It's all for the mind to feel this. The feelings are the minds, the urges are the minds, the emotions are the minds. The whole enrichment process is in the mind, not a millimeter outside. So our mind has got tremendous potential for developing any quality whatsoever. See how Krishna speaks to Uddhava. I am going to leave, and on the 7th day, Dwaraka will be flooded by the sea. Nobody will be able to extricate it. The entire humanity, human society will be overtaken by Kali, that power of destruction, vociferousness. It will not be worth living upon the earth. So Uddhava, pack up all things in your mind. Let all the relations, friends, well-wishers, etc. Yes, you lived with them, you moved with them, you lived and moved with them. Now the time has come to say goodbye. Goodbye. Don't doubt for a moment. Your mind has got the capacity. I am telling you. You wanted me to give you a redress, a solution for your problem. With a lot of dearness and understanding, I am giving you the solution. Leave everything. Leave everything. Leave everything. I think every one of you should wonder, is it possible for a man to collect his mind and fill it with so much of dispassion as to be able to leave everything that he loved so far without any trouble? Yes, it is possible. We have got so much of literature, the reading of which, reflection of which, the imbibing of which will fill your mind with tremendous qualities. As we become passionate, so also we can become equally dispassionate. I told you about Bhartrihari. He was sitting on the throne, ruling his kingdom. One day he found a flagrant disloyalty on the part of his beloved wife. The very sight made him dispassionate. He got up from the throne, left, without a word. Sri Rama, at the end of his life, Brahma came for an interview. Lakshmana was posted as the gatekeeper. And Brahma said, during my talk, nobody should interfere. If somebody interferes, his head should be taken. And Lakshmana was posted. While Brahma was talking to him, suddenly Durvasa wanted to enter and apprise Rama with something. In order to save Ayodhya from the anger and curse of Durvasa, he permitted. Durvasa went in and spoke to Rama whatever he wanted. When he came away, it was Rama's duty to behead Lakshmana. Vasishtha was called. Vasishtha said, you have already committed this and you should do it. Because he happens to be your brother, abandon him. That abandonment is as good as beheading. So Rama said, Lakshmana, get away from Ayodhya. Lakshmana went away. Following that, Rama also went away and left his body in the Saryu river. Did he not abandon Sita? Did he not abandon the kingdom? Sita was very dear to him. So when we have to take something, we must be able to take. When we have to leave that very thing, we must be able to leave. This is all a part and process of the whole complex world. Our mind is not a single direction mind. Multi-directions it has. Multi-potentials it has. Understand it very well. Dhanani bhumau pasavo hi goshthe nari grihadvari sakashmashane dehaschidayam paraloga marge dharmanugo gacchadi jivayega. Are you listening to me, my dear viewers? The truths of life, the facts of life, the compulsions of life, the ultimateness of our living. Dhanani bhumau pasavo hi goshthe. This is a subhashitam. Dhanani bhumau. All the wealth that you acquire, all the possessions that you have now, they will only be helpful for enjoyment upon the earth when you live. When you have no teeth, you will not be able to chew any food. When the ears become hard of hearing, even the dearest person talking to you, I don't understand, I don't understand. You will have to say, Dhanani bhumau pashavo hi goshthe. Animals like cows, elephants, horses, etc., up to where they will accompany us. The wealth will be only till we die. The moment you have died, others are becoming the heir for it. They have the right. The father may say, all the wealth is mine. The moment the life forces have departed, all the brothers and sisters will come. No, it is not to you, it is equally to me. Till then it was the father's, now it is different, the plight is different. Even if he has not written any will. Pashavo hi goshthe, animals will be in their respective sheds, that's all. Nari grihadwari, our beloved wife. How much or how long will she come? Up to the threshold. She may say, I will also accompany the dead body of my father. She says that because she is sure others will restrain her. Suppose you leave her, she will not be able to go. Nari grihadwari sakashmashane. The friends will come up to the cremation ground. But nobody is going to jump into the fire along with you. Dehaschidayam, your own body, up to the pyre it will be. Bas, everything is over. So the wealth only in the land, in the earth, the animals in their respective sheds, wife up to the threshold of the house, friends up to the cremation ground, and body up to the pyre. Thereafter, when everything is lost, paraloga marge, when you are going thereafter, who is with you? None, 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 nothing. Your checkbook will not come with you. Your locker key will not come with you. The deposits will not come with you. Nothing will come. If at all anything will come. Dharmanugo gacchati jiva ekaha. The spirit in the body, the jiva, it will make its solitary journey, lonely journey, accompanied by the virtue that it has earned in the sojourn that it had upon the earth. While living in embodiment, whatever virtue, dharma you have been able to earn and collect, that alone will accompany you. Once you are awake to this truth, what trouble is there in living, as Krishna is asking us to do, asking Uddhava to do? Understand it. Revolve it in your intelligence. Know the futility of everything in this world. Dhanani bhumau pashavo hi goshthe nari grihadwari sakashmashane dehaschidayam paraloga marge dharmanugo gacchati jiva ekaha. See, now and then you should read discussions on dispassion. There are so many verses, so many occasions, so many dialogues and conversations where these things are mentioned, described. You can say it's a novel on dispassion, beautiful treatises on dispassion. Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana, about which I do speak now and then, it has 6 prakaranas. The first prakarana is called Vairagya Prakarana. If you read the first prakarana, automatically you will develop dispassion. And then you can proceed to the next prakarana. And in that, through the mouth of Sri Rama, many things are mentioned. Vasishtha asked Rama was only 16 years old, after his pilgrimage, which he took up with the permission and blessing of his father. When he came back, he was thoroughly melancholic. He was absolutely sorrowful, dejected. Vasishtha called him and asked him, what is it that you are suffering from? He went on speaking many things. It is called Jagat Dosha Prakasha. All the evils, the wrongs, the harmful things about the world are mentioned and brought forth. I am supposed to live in such a world, my dear Vasishtha Dev. I don't have any strength for it, any wish for it, any will for it, any kind of a reconciliation with this kind of a plight. This was the crisis he suffered from. So there, a reference is there. Ayashalaka sadrishaha parasparam Srishyante kevalam bhavaha manah kalpanaya swaya. He says, we foster a number of relationships. What are they? What are they? My father, my mother, my brother, my sister. Thereafter my wife or husband, then my children, my wife's relations, husband's relations. In that there is a widespread net of relationships. All these relationships, ayashalaka sadrisha. This one word, this one phrase, there is a lot of thought and imagination there. Ayashalaka sadrisha. It is just like nails, iron nails, heaped together in a box. When you ask the shopkeeper, give me a kilogram of nails to be fixed in the wood, either he will give you a packet or he will weigh it and give it to you. And when he weighs, obviously he will put a certain quantity. Either a little more has to be added to it or a little taken away from it. So he takes from the stock like this and puts it. So when he takes it, all of them come along with the fingertips. When he takes from here, he takes. When he takes, without any clinging, they come. And the remaining stock, they don't cry. And what he has taken, they also don't cry. All of them are together, no doubt. We are all together as parents, as children, brothers, sisters, married partners, children and the like. It is just like nails heaped together. There is nothing like a link. In a chain, there will be a number of links. Each link is inserted into the other and then welded or riveted. That kind of a relationship we don't have, says Rama. Our relationship is just like the nails heaped together. Everything is lying close to the other, but nothing is glued to another. We are separable at any time. Ayashalaga sadrishaha parasparam asanginaha. We don't have any sangha or gluing between ourselves. Srishyante kevalam bhava manah kalpanaya swaya. Srishyante kevalam bhava. If no one nail has got any attachment or gluing with another, then what is it that makes us live together and consider ourselves as family members, relatives, etc.? Srishyante kevalam bhavaha. It is only the thought, the imagination, the attitude and the feelings generated by the mind. You are my dear son, you are my dear daughter, the mother and the father say. And we are your dear father and mother parents. So the child also copies it. Actually, it is only the bhava, the attitude arising from the mind that ties us together. Otherwise, we are not tied. When a child is born from the mother's womb and the umbilical cord is cut, is the child separate from the mother or one with the mother? Everyone is separate. Separate. What unites us are the feelings of our mind. Manah kalpanaya swaya. My father, my mother, my son, my daughter, my husband, my wife, my children, my neighbor, my relative, my friend. All these are thoughts, attitudes and assessments springing from the mind. So it is the mind that relates everything. Otherwise there is no relationship at all. When you start thinking in this manner, will you not laugh over your own feelings? When Krishna now points that this Samudra will take over Dwaraka, the whole earth will be bereft of any law and order or goodness. Don't live here even for a moment. Get away from here. Ramble about in the world. Go to the Naranarayana mountains in Himalayas, away from the human touch. This is what Krishna tells. When you start thinking in this manner, the mind will certainly pick up dispassion. Ayashalaga sadrishaha parasparam asanginaha Srishyante kevalam bhavaha manah kalpanaya swaya. Ayuh pallava konagra lambambu kanabhanguram unmattam iva santyajya yatya kande shariragam. Rama speaks quite a lot of things about the world, showing its ephemerality, transitoriness, perishable character. I have taken a few verses just to tell you that this passion is cultivable, cultivable, cultivable. Don't think it cannot be cultivated. It is not meant for animals. They don't need it. We alone need it. Ayuhu pallava konagra lambambu kanabhanguram. These days it is all the more so. My body is running the 80th year. I was born in a village in my Purvashrama. We have heard about so many things. But there was no occasion for us to hear anything like blood pressure, heart attack, stroke. These things we never heard. But over the years you find these are all very common. In sleep somebody had a heart attack and he dies. That also we hear. So what are we to say? What Rama has said. Ayuhu pallava konagra lambambu kanabhanguram. This ayus, the so-called age or life that we have, he likens it with a drop of water or a drop of dew. It is hanging on the tip of a tender leaf.